This is another Mr. Giggles production.
I get scared.
Damn time, I take you deep inside my life. What is struggles is hard, man. Back against the wall, burning the truck. Sipping liquor for the pain, break my troubles and go, man. I wake up, the same problems is here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here, man. I hear my need when I pray at night. Tight grip on the cross for the seed of life. Conversation with the Lord getting deep by day. Giving thanks and let me see it every night I pray. Hit the streets, can't wait on time. Hey, money is the issue when I gotta get mine. A lot of homies locked down for the mood and true. And in the game like this, baby, you lose. I'm sending letters to my niggas, can't wait to get free. They kick their mind off the time and give them something to read. A real nigga I am, and I will not change. I play the cards up a devil, watch the players play. I put the joint in the ashtray and blow out the smoke. I perpetrators in the hood, still holding for hope. A little kid serving dope, cause they think it's the way. They think it's cool to sell drug, rather graduate. President Bush ain't helping hit his hoe in the game. Got his mindset of all allocated to blame. Ain't no need to wait now, cause it's time to change. Let them know what it is, rearrange the game. Man, I swear these damn times is hard. I take it deep inside my life, but these struggles is hard, man. Back against the wall, burning the throat. Sipping liquor for the pain. Pray my troubles to go, man. I wake up, the same problems is here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here, man. Hit the lights, burn the can. Now I'm in my zone. Speaking to the Lord. Please come take us home. Deep in my heart, what happened in New Orleans was cold. On the news, had my people looking bad. They were crying for help, but help took too long. Nah, tell me who to blame. Got everybody out here. One thing is a thing, and ain't nobody living up to the wrong they did. But still they know the shit wrong, cause they turned their head. Say the land of the free, nigga, bitch. That's just that stuff they put in your head. Still a slave off in that eye. It's just no shackles on arms and legs. Now what's been said, a revolution is gonna be made. A revelation was gonna end for every race, woman, child, man. Man, I swear these damn times is hard. I take you deep inside my life, but these struggles is hard, man. Back against the wall, burning the throat. Sipping liquor for the pain. Pray my troubles to go, man. I wake up, the same problems is here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here, man. My life's hard, I've been through hard times. Sipping these at night to the Lord, I'm crying. Dear Lord, I'm tired, these streets bringing me down. These kids killing each other, my race is going down. Over colors, over drugs. When will it stop? Get back to the way it was. But through the good, the bad, it made a fan. Let's unite, my people, and take a stand. My people gon' stand, every woman, man, your hands. We can stand on our own 2 feet, we ain't trying to be part of your plans. Man, I swear these damn times is hard. I take you deep inside my life, but these struggles is hard, man. Back against the wall, burning the throat. Sipping liquor for the pain. Pray my troubles to go, man. I wake up, the same problems is here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me from here. I swear this pressure got me stressing. God, take me.
Y'all already know what it is. Another episode of The Proof, and I'm excited about tonight's show. We got an OG in the game, a good brother. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely doing his thing. He's been doing it for a while. He representing the Bull City. You know what I'm saying? So without any further ado, we got the good homie, OG TEC in the building. What's the deal, fam? How you feeling?
What's happening? What's happening, man? Hey, glad to be on, man. Glad to be on. How you doing?
Yo, I'm excited, bro. I'm definitely excited. Yo, that last joint that just went off, that was powerful, bro. So, yo, you were spitting some real facts and real bars in there. Yo, times is still hard, yo.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't nothing changed. So, yo, tell me about the beginning, bro. Where you from for the people that may not know who know who you are? Put them on the OG Tech because you do a lot of things.
Right.
So,
right.
So before we go to where you from, just let them know, what do you do besides rap? You do a lot, bro. Let them know what you got.
Man. So I run a label. I'm an artist. I do the same thing. I do podcasting. Black business owner. I promote. And I do computer work, IT work. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Right. So, let's take it back. Where were you born at? And, where you originally from?
I'm originally from Augusta, Georgia, man. Home of James Brown, home of the Masters. Augusta, man, was is a spot, man, that it's a lot of great talent there. Right. I seen a lot of things there growing up, being young. And was exposed to a lot of things, man. And Augusta, man, is a great city, but they just don't put the money into it to kind of like build up, and get different things and opportunities for kids out there, man. So but it's definitely a city that I go home and visit, because my parents are still down there. So
that's dope. And a lot of music history is from Augusta, Georgia. So
yes,
salute Augusta. So tell me what that was like, growing up in Augusta as a child. What was that like, bro?
Augusta, man, at that time was it's very country there, man. I got a lot of family there. So we was always traveling from Augusta to like Bartow and Watley and areas like that.
Wow.
Augusta is very, very real. The crime rate there is very high,
Right.
A lot of people that I've known have passed from there. You down there, man. They died from just different situations because the violence down there is very, very bad. It's kind of like Durham was probably like in like 99 to like 2005. You know how Durham was on fire, man.
Durham was on fire.
Durham
was on fire, bro.
But they are building up down there. Every time I go down there, they're building up. But it's a lot of old buildings down there, man. Like they really need to put money back into the city. I see a lot of opportunity down there. They are doing certain things to try to bring different jobs in. It is a military town. It's a military base down there. But I just feel like they really need to put more money into that city. And give people more opportunity down there, man. But it's definitely a nice little city down there. A lot of great music and everything, man. And good eating. Let me put the good eating out there.
I feel you, yo. Samantha shouted you out in the comments, bro.
What's happening?
All right. Yo, word, yo. Salute, Samantha, yo. We love you and all that, yo. Cruz in the building. All right, yo. So let's talk about the beginning, yo. OG Tech.
Right.
How did you first get influenced into the music?
Easy, man, and it's crazy. I grew up listening to a lot of music. You know what I'm saying? The boom bap days, man. We used to go outside and sit on the I don't know what that green thing is, man, but that was like the spot in the neighborhood. We go out there and sit there and listen to the music. So I listened to a lot of Big Daddy Kane and Special Ed and Public Enemy and stuff. But and it was something about Easy E, man. I don't know when he came out with that just, I'm gonna say what I feel mentality, that was just like crazy to me. So when I saw him do the video Easy Does It, and he came out and he was on stage with Dre and Cube and everything, I was like, man, that's what I want to do right there. So I sat down and I started writing, and and here I am today, man. I think I wrote my first verse when I was like maybe 13 or 14, and I've been on it ever since, man, so.
Yeah, I feel you. And listening to that first joint we just played earlier,
you
speak a lot about real things that's going on, similar to Eazy-E, because he was kind of reporting what was going on in the hood.
Right.
Where do you draw your inspiration from your music?
Like, man, I like to really touch on the people that's behind those four walls, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? I've always been the guy that touched on the pain and the struggle, because I've been there. So I like to talk about that stuff, man, because it's people behind those four walls, man, that they go through a lot, you know, and there's not really a lot of music out there that's really touching them, you know. So I try to speak for them because I know that I've been through a lot in my lifetime. So everything that you hear is just the pain that I've been through and the struggle that I've been through and the depression and the anxiety and all that stuff, man. So I want to lay it out there to let these people know that they are not alone. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact. Right there. So, yo, that's a real topic, being behind that four walls, and they don't have a voice. So you kind of like the voice of the voiceless.
Right.
You know, that's a powerful thing. So let's talk about the early beginnings of OG TEC. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what that was like, bro.
So, man, let's go back, man. You know, back then I was Lil Tech.
Lil Tech.
They used to call me Lil Tech, man. So like I said, I got into this music thing, man, and then I moved out to it was a city called Junction City. I'm pretty sure you done heard.
I heard
a few of us talk about it, right?
They in the building. They in the building down there. Yo, we got Pen Game in the building. We got Samantha in the building. In the comments. Yo, definitely. So Junction City definitely stand up. They representing.
Right. So you know, I was out there, man, and I was doing music there. You know, it was a few groups out there, man. You know, we was doing music back then when everybody wasn't rapping at that particular time.
Right.
Nowadays, man, everybody and their mama rap. You know,
everybody raps nowadays, right?
Back in the city, man, I was putting out tapes, and I think that it was a guy named Kendrick Battle, man, that gave me my first chance. I had they did a concert. I think it was on Fort Riley, man, with Goody Mob. And I had a group called 781 Boys, and we went up there and opened up for Goody Mob. Right. And you know, it was a dope experience. And this guy was like, man, hey, I need to talk to you. And he pulled me to the side, and when he pulled me to the side, he's like, man, you ever been to a studio? I said, nah, man, I was at home recording on like a 4-track and a karaoke machine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So he was like, man, let me take you to the studio. So we went to the studio in Lawrence, Kansas. Wow. And when we got up there, man, it blew my mind, man, because I've never been in the studio. So I walked in, man, I'm seeing this big mixing board, and they walking me around and showing me the recording booth and all this other stuff. So we go in there, man, and we record 2 songs that I recorded with him. Was Creep with a Nigga and Lay Me Down to Sleep. Wow. And at this time when we recorded that, it was a store there called Sound Aquarium. So we got a tape, we printed up a bunch of tapes, we put it into the store. All right, so the tapes were selling. I was shocked. Tapes were selling. Wow. Man. We was getting them printed up. They were selling. So it was a rapper named Gangsta Pat, man. When I used to go into Sound Aquarium, I used to listen to him. I'm like, man, this dude fire, bro. Like, dude, dope, you know. So we found out the record company, and we sent the tape down to the record company, Power Records, and Tri-A Distribution, and probably about 2 weeks later, we got a call, and they was like, "Hey, man, we like the songs that y'all got on here. We want to put them on Gangsta Pat next album." Wow! And it blew my mind. Right. Excuse me. And that was the first CD that I was on that went nationwide. I mean, it went everywhere, bro. So outside of that, man, you know, I learned a lot. You know, we jumped on the contract thinking everything was all good, peaches and cream, and you know, it was a faulty contract, you know, and come to find out it was a few other artists at that particular time that was out trying to get their money. But after that, man, you know, I left Kansas. No, before I left, linked up with a guy named Gary Foldenauer. We call him White Boy.
White Boy Gary.
Yeah, White Boy Gary. That's exactly what we used to call him. That's exactly what we used to call him, White Boy Gary. So when I was calling down there to get my money, he was working at the record company. And he was like, "Hey, look, Tech, you know, I make beats. Hey, you know, just link up with me, you know, whatever. So I gave him my number. We swapped number. He was like, I know you trying to get in contact with Whoop De Whoop, but hey man, hit me up. I got tracks. Cool.
Right.
So during that time, I started going down to Atlanta a lot. He would send for me, send me down to Atlanta to come and record. So I would go down there and record. We started working on the album called Shut 'Em Down. And at that particular time is when I met Red Boss and Mr. LPD. And for those that don't know, Mr. LPD has been on my show. Right. And Red Boss is the vice president of my label, Thug Status Entertainment. And we talk about probably like 20 years later, we still rocking, So after that album dropped, I had issues with that label. And it's still not no love lost with them. I just knew at that time it was time for me to move on. And Thug Status Entertainment had already been around even when I was in Junction City. I just never really put albums out up under that. But Thug Status Entertainment had been around. I was yelling it out. And I knew at that time that's what time it was. It was time for Thug Status Entertainment. So I got back into doing my music. And I came across an artist that I used to listen to while I was in Junction City, man, because I was heavy on 3 6 Mafia and all that music, man. And the first time I heard him was on not Gangsta Pat, but Gangsta Boo's album. And his name, he goes by T-Rock. And I linked up with him. He was with 3 6 Mafia at the time. And he went off to do his own thing. And when I reached out to him, I was trying to get a verse. I was like, hey, man, let me get a verse for my album and everything. He was like, all right, cool. So I paid him for the verse. We started talking. And he was like, man, I want you on the label. I was like, all right, sure, cool,
Right.
Probably like 2 weeks later, man, he dropped me. Like
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, I got dropped. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't dropped because like talent or nothing like that. He dropped because at that particular time, he let me know that he was going through a lot. And he was like, bro, I can't really do nothing right now, but I'm going to link you up with my homeboy 2-9. So 2-9 was, he was like the one-stop shop for all music, IAP-TV. Wow. And I linked up with him. We dropped a mixtape called Here I Stand. All right. So Here I Stand had dropped. So now, in between all this, man, I met a guy here in Durham, and I don't know if you heard of him, but he went by the name of Big G Down, DJ Big G Down.
He sounds familiar.
He had a big mixtape following back in the day, man.
Right.
And when we linked, he was like, "Yo, I need you on my mixtape." So I started jumping on mixtapes, and I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't big on doing mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Rapping over other people's beat, man, I just thought that shit was super whack to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, if it ain't original, then I don't want to jump on. So
I feel you on that.
He got me into it, and we did Lil Tech Radio first, and then we did the first Here I Stand, and Here I Stand became a series. Right. You got Here I Stand Volume 1, Here I Stand Volume 2. And he was well connected with DJ Nabs. He had football players buying his stuff. He was going to all these spots, man. He had I can't think of the player name that was with Jacksonville Jaguars at the time, but he was linking up with all these people, man. And my music was getting in front of a lot of people at that time.
Right.
So when we got to Volume 2, we had DJ Deluxe. He was with 97.5. He's with he on 102 now. Right. So G-Dam and DJ Deluxe had hosted Volume 2. And Red Room was gonna start Volume 3. My DJ passed, Big G-Dam. So we're gonna say R.I.P. to Big G-Dam, man.
Definitely.
He was doing this thing, man. So if you ever hear Here I Stand Volume 3, the first song, if you go to the end of that first song, it's the last voicemail that he left for me on my phone. That night we was talking and the phone kept disconnecting. Right. Disconnecting. And I think I was like, man, where you at, man? He was like, man, I'm on Austin Avenue. I'm like, man, why your phone keep dang on disconnected? So we cracking jokes and then the phone would drop. So I was like, man, I'll just talk to him tomorrow. And that next day, man, his brother called me, man, and he had told me that he passed. And then I woke up and noticed that I had a voicemail. Right. And then when I checked the voicemail, it was from him, man, and he was just telling me basically, you know, DJ Nabs is rocking with us. So Def want more of our mixtape. Just keep rocking with me. He said, when he was on, then I was on. And man, that shit just crushed me hearing that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Wow.
After that, you know, I got back with T-Rock, man, and we just started making history. I got a chance to do songs with artists that I was listening to coming up, as far as like MC Mac, that was with Killer Clan Kazi, that was with 3 6 Mafia.
Definitely.
Man, who else I worked with over there, man? Mr. Ski from Memphis. I was on, of course, T-Rock. I think Odd One. Sheena Thrash.
Wow.
Good gracious, I'm trying to think. It was so many artists that I've worked with when I was on this label, you know. Right. And I give him credit, man, because he definitely elevated my exposure and my game, because he's a lyrical beast. And you can't jump on the track with him and be kind of like half stepping, you know. You really gotta bring it. So he definitely made me step my game up on a lot of stuff, you know. So after that, man, you know, we back to this.
Yo, I feel you on that. Yo, hold on before we jump too far, right?
My bad. I gotta tell my story.
I'm feeling the story, yo. We got people in the comments, yo. They said the story is touching, and I agree, yo. So when we talk about this mixtape circuit, a lot of people, these new cats, you know, they know streaming. I wanna set a time frame. So when we talking about mixtapes, are we talking about the Clue era mixtapes? Are we talking about that Piff mixtape era? Are we talking about the Gangsta Grills around this time? What era mixtapes are we talking?
It was around the Jeezy time when Jeezy first was hitting.
Okay.
So yeah.
Around Gangsta Grills.
Gangsta Grills, yeah.
Okay, so dope. Yeah. So now, okay, so you came from Georgia. You in Junction City. From Junction City, you come back to Georgia?
I went back to Georgia and then I came here.
Okay.
No. Hold on. I went Georgia, Junction, and then I came here. Yeah, then I came here. Then I came here.
All right. So let me ask you. Okay, so you went from being 3 6 Mafia. A lot of people know 3 6 Mafia. They had the game on smash. When it comes to bass and it comes to even the chopped and screwed and a lot of things, they were the first to do. Being a 3 6 Mafia fan, now you're making songs with them. How was that as an up and coming artist, going from listening to the artists, now you're in the studio with them? What was that experience like?
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I think the first, well, T-Rock, man. Like I said, I had I copped the verse from him, and then just to be on the label with him, knowing that he was with 3 6 Mafia, man, because I got albums of him on Gangsta Boo, on 3 6 Mafia albums and all this stuff, and I was listening to it. I'm like, man, this little dude fire. Then to be rapping with him, that was a great moment for me. I just knew then that I was at a point that I was now being heard, and my music is now getting out. You know what I'm saying, to people, and you know, when I did the song with MC Mac, I think it was actually RSM and Killer Clan Kazi posse track. You know what I'm saying? And that was even dope, man, because I used to listen to him too and still do. Wow. And he's an OG in the game. And to be on a song with him, that just blew my mind at the time, man. So I definitely respect all the Memphis artists out there. I show them nothing but love and respect, man, because that was and still is a spot, man, that slept on, but has a lot of great music coming from out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. So okay, so now you're doing your thing, you're making traction, you're doing the mixtapes. I just want you to see the comments, what people are saying, so they know You just said, you just told your story. Listen what the first guy says. OG Tech is that dude. Mad respect.
Okay. That's what's going on. That's J-Bone, man. That's the homie right there, man.
All right. So then Samantha Lavelle put,
what's going on, Samantha? I appreciate it.
The true OG. So now going from, like I said, you were, indie artists coming up. Now you on the songs with your OGs, people that you consider were OGs. How does it feel looking back now and people say OG Tech is the original OG? How does that feel, bro?
Hey man, that shit I mean, it's crazy, man, because it's one of those things, man, that when you finally make it to that point, because you put all the blood, sweat, and the tears in this shit, and then you finally make it to that point, man, and you working with these artists, it feels good to let you know that all the sacrifices and everything that you put into it, it wasn't for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And to be respected is that, it wasn't a name that I switched over for myself. It just kind of, people started calling me that. You're not Lil Tech no more, man. We calling you OG Tech. You know what I'm saying? And that's I carry myself like, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I said I had to change the name then, you know what I'm saying? And especially with the age and the growth of things, we had to pull the Lil off that, and get to something better, a little older, because, at this stage, man, it's all about teaching and telling people the real, know, and that's what I do. That's what I do. I try to keep it 1,000 all the time, man. I don't change for nothing. And what you get today is you're going to get tomorrow too. So
that's real right there. That's powerful. So let me ask you, okay, so now you're doing the mixtapes. You go from Little Tech to OG Tech.
Right.
This is when we're talking about back when 666 and them was popping. You've been doing your thing for a long time.
Right.
At this moment, you just left Junction, you're doing your thing. What are 3 moments that you'll never forget? 3 most memorable moments at this time, not later. We're talking about from coming from Junction to now everything is moving. The mixtapes is paying off. Now you're building your brand. What are 3 memories that stand out the most at this point in your life?
I think one of the first memories, man, is my DJ, man, Big G Down, because he gave me he gave me a lot of motivation to do what I needed to do, and he stayed on me. I mean, the dude, it was the truth in Durham. You know what I'm saying? He was the truth in Durham, man. I mean, man, I got so many stories with dude, man. I'm talking about, man, he'll just call you out of nowhere, yo. That's how he talk, like, yo, Tech, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, man. Man, let's go over here and eat some chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he just like kept me going with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think after that, man, he said 3. Damn, boy, you talking about from Junction up into the mixtape.
Yeah, bro.
The Gangsta Pat. The Gangsta Pat, man, was another thing to know that we started everything that we worked hard. That was the start, and we made it. And our music is now nationwide. I mean, you got to look at it, man. I seen that album go for like up to $300 on eBay. You know what I'm saying? As low as $99 on eBay, and people are buying it. It's a classic album. You can't get it nowhere, and people want that album, Homicidal Lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that is another moment, man. And I think the third, man, dang, boy, what you talking about? I don't know, man. A third moment. I think at that time, man, I knew that, and it's not even a moment. I think it was a self-check with myself, because there was a lot of times that I was gonna give up on this thing, and to know that I made it from the Gangsta Pack to doing the music with G-Dam, because G-Dam even saw me at the point where I told him I was gonna quit with the rap music, because it was kind of watered down,
Right.
you
The game
know.
changed. Right.
Yeah, it was crunk music at that time, you know, and he just told me to keep going and don't change. And I think at that time, it's not a moment. I think at that time was well, I guess it is a moment for me to know that I had somebody that had my back. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know, so yeah.
Yo, that's dope. So in this moment, you said the game is changing.
Mm-hmm.
At times you felt like giving up.
Right.
What kept you going? What kept you motivated in those moments where it felt like, yo, I don't even want to do this no more?
One was G-Dam, and when he passed, man, it was kind of like everything had quit, but I needed that outlet.
Right.
I carried a lot of pain and struggle in and with me, I always used to hold it in. You know what I'm saying? So that was the way that I could get it out. I could get it out. I could get it out. You know, so yeah, that's kind of like what kept me going, man. And not only that, man, I still had all those great artists around me. You know what I'm saying? All those great artists was around me, still pushing me. So.
Yo, that's a powerful thing. And most artists don't get that experience.
Right.
What are two things that you learned from being around the older G's at the time?
Read your paperwork, understanding the contracts. Is a big thing. I think when I signed my first one, me and the guy that was investing in me at the time, I think he looked over it, and I was young at the time, so I just went off his word.
Right.
Read them contracts, make sure they right. Read the contracts, make sure they right. Read the contracts, make sure they right. And don't give up. That was one thing that a lot of them always used to tell me. Like, Tech, don't stop, don't give up. And invest in yourself.
Right.
You know, that was something that I was doing, but they was telling me to really invest in yourself. You know, get the studio equipment, get this, get that, and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So, that's two things I could say that that I learned from them guys, man.
All right. And you said at this point in your career, you had already had 2 deals already, or 3?
Let me see, Power Records. We had Power Records, we had Big Game Records, and then Rock Solid Music. Yeah, 3.
So 3 deals. Most people don't get 1 deal.
Right.
How did that happen? You know, 3 deals, and you just flossed on them like, yo, you know, nah, that was 1, 2, 3. Most people never get 1 deal.
Right.
Was it the people around you? Was it the universe aligned? How did that happen? How did these 3 deals come?
Man, I just think it was just the people around me. You know, from the Gangsta Pat, man, to transition into, I started getting more known, a lot more known in the South, and in the Midwest, and in Germany. Because Germany, I didn't know that it was big, and my songs was big in Germany. So, I think it was the people around me, because all those, if it wasn't for Pat, I would have never, if it wasn't for the Gangsta Pat album, I would have never met White Boy Gary for Big Game. I still think that, no, if it wasn't for Pat, I wouldn't even probably got that close to even talk with T-Rock. You know what I'm saying? To be on this label. So everything just kind of just happened the way it was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. That's a fact right there. And yo, connections and being solid and staying on your grind, doors open.
Right.
You learn, and now it's like, okay, so now you coming off the labels. They didn't go as planned.
Right.
We're talking about, from the time frame you're giving me, we're talking about pre-social media, right?
Right.
So for the new people, tell me what that grind, tell them, because I was out there, but for the people that's watching, no social media. So when you say you're in Germany, you're overseas. That means you was actually out there touching people. You was actually putting in work. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
Man, if y'all don't know the grind, like now, I think it is so much easier now to get your music into people's phones and iPods and everything now. Back then, man, you had to um, get the artwork, you had to get the CD pressed, you had to get the flyers pressed, you had to get your posters, and you had to go into these stores. You had to leave consignment, like, hey, here go 5. You know what I'm saying? And you had to go to the next store, and then you come back around and pick your money up. It was a lot of leg work.
Right.
Now, I think a lot of artists now, they kind of, and I'm not gonna say they got it's easy, because it is easier now
Right.
to really get your music into, the phones and the iPods of people. But back then, man, it was a lot of leg work, man. I mean, putting the merch in the trunk of your car,
Right.
and you riding down the road, the highway, going city to city. You know what I'm saying? Popping your trunk and selling CDs. Sometimes you give stuff away. Sometimes you sell what you can, but you just trying to get the music out there, man. So yeah, it was a lot of work back then, man.
A lot of work. And one thing these cats don't know, back then you was your promoter,
right?
You was the street team. You
right.
was the sound guy. Back then you had to do it all, because it's like we didn't have these big companies or machines behind us.
Right.
So yo, when you found out your music was in Germany, what were you feeling at that moment?
Man, it felt good. I did a song with a guy back in 2000, with a guy from Germany. Wow. No, yeah, I did a song with a guy from Germany, and I did a song with a dude from France. Now, I don't know what they was talking about on the song. They just gave me a title, and it came out dope. But yeah, wow. I did songs with a guy in Germany, and I want to give a big salute to my homeboy Late, Wolfgang Recordings out there in the UK. Wow. I did a couple mixtapes with him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we've been messing with a lot of people overseas for a while, man. The love over there is big. They love hip hop. So for anybody out there, man, tap in with your people across the seas, man. They definitely love hip hop, man, for real.
Yeah, I feel you. So now we coming from out of the grind stage.
Right.
Social media hits. Big Tech, OG Tech, social media hits. How did that affect? Did you have to switch, or was it an easy transition? I know for me, I had to relearn the whole game over.
Me too.
Let's talk about that, bro.
Man, when MySpace came around, man, I was lost, bro. Like, everybody like, man, MySpace is the way and all this other stuff. And I'm like, all right. So I get on here and I'm trying to figure out how you upload the music and how you do this and all this other stuff, man. It was totally different than being out there on the grind and in front of these people, meeting people, going city to city. Now you can just jump online. I'm like, you can jump online and I can just post my music and they come into me now.
Right.
So now I have this one spot that I can get on this platform, and all these people now are coming to me. And I thought it was like, okay, that's cool. And then Facebook hit, and I was like, damn, I just learned
one.
MySpace. So yeah, man, it was a little I would say it was a crazy transition, but I knew it was something that I'm kind of glad that happened. The only thing that I don't like I said, man, is the interacting with the people like you used to go city to city and pop the trunk. I mean, you can still do that. I mean, but now it's just like, man, you just jump online and you post a song in a story, or you put it on in a group or a page that you got, and now everybody is just right there, So both ways are still cool, man.
Nah, I feel you on that. And yo, Samantha says she want to hear that French song, yo. So is that anywhere they could hear that French song? She said she'll translate it. Even if they can't hear it now, you got a link or something for it?
Oh, that's the homie Pierre. Yeah, I can I gotta track it down, man. I got it on the CD. I'll tell y'all what, once I find it, I will definitely post it. I will post that. I will post the song that I did with the guy in Germany, and I will post the songs that I did with the guy in the UK, man. My homeboy Late, man. I definitely will. That's cool. I gotta dig them out. It's been so long, bro. I mean, that was a while ago, man. But yeah, we can dig them out.
All right, salute to Pierre, yo. I read his name wrong, so salute to Pierre. I don't want to disrespect nobody. But yo, so now we're in the Facebook era.
Right.
We went through MySpace. We learned MySpace. Now we're in the Facebook era. You have a group. You have a podcast. You've built a big network of artists, not only artists, as a fan base.
Right.
How did you formulate that? And how long did it take you to get it? And what was that process like of building your network?
Man, that shit took a minute, bro. Like, I mean, it's targeting your music and your groups in the right spot. You know what I'm saying? And the ads, and then you got to get something that people can relate to and what they like. You know what I'm saying? To bring them into that group that I have now that everybody's coming through. I done had that group for almost probably like 5-6 years.
Wow.
And I will go in there and I'll post where everybody from, and nobody would say nothing. Nobody, you know. I think with everything that we have going on now, man, I went in there and I tried it again, and that time I did it and the page just took off. Right. So it was timing, you know what I'm saying? So now when you go to that group, you see, you know, I could post something about music and everybody's just jumping on it and talking about it. It takes a while. Like that group, the independent music movement, my OG Tech page, I don't really post too much to it. I need to start, but even when I go on there, you know, I get people to jump on and they interact with, you know, the post. So it took a while, man. It really did. I get a lot of friend requests from people that that all the songs that I've done, even if I'm on a Smoke song, his fans heard me on it and then they send me the request. So it's a lot of people on there, man, that just rocks with our music, man. And it's crazy, man. And I love it. I love all the supporters. I don't call them fans. I just think fans is a very a low word to me, man. So I call them supporters, man, because they support us. So we got a lot of supporters, man. So big salute to all the supporters out there that's rocking with OG Tech, man. For real, man. That's I really love it, man. So
that's dope, yo. So let's take them from 2000 to 2015. Walk me through it.
2015. So I was still rocking with rock at the time. We were still going. It was just, I dropped Dangerous Mind, an album called Dangerous Mind. That had a lot of great artists on it. T-Rock was on it. Man, I'm trying to think. It was a lot of artists on that album. So we dropped that album, and then I think where we at now? We at 21. Dang, I was still with Rock Solid at that time. Yeah, so we was putting out a lot of music on Rock Solid, man. Like it was a lot of music. So he was dropping. Now T-Rock was dropping album after album after album, and anything that he dropped, we was on. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was working with. I got introduced to On Point. Big salute to On Point. I got introduced to Down Pat around those times. And those are my brothers there. You know, we do a lot of great music together. Now we got some surprises coming for y'all also. And it was just networking. That was it, just networking, man. I was going down to Atlanta. I shoot my videos in Atlanta, so I was going down to Atlanta. I was shooting videos, and just working, man. So those were still my Rock Solid days. I was with them for a while, man.
Wow, salute to Rock Solid, yo.
Yeah.
So networking and putting in the grind.
Putting in the grind, man.
Yo, so looking back,
okay,
what are some of the things you learned in that networking and grind?
Don't burn bridges. You know what I'm saying? Don't burn bridges. Stand on your word, man. And and yeah, don't burn bridges, stand on your word, man. And basically, man, just know the business. You know,
Facts.
um knowing the business is very, very important. And I think a lot of us just think that, okay, I go to the studio, I rap to the beat, and okay, I'm gonna go to Distro Kid, it's gonna be my distro, and I load it up, you know, and not knowing about sound exchange, not knowing about song trust, not knowing about BMI ASCAP, you
Right.
know, just not knowing that. So just knowing the business, don't burn bridges, and standing on your word is three things that you know,
Wow.
I've learned along the way, man.
Wow. So that's dope right there. We got No Coming Back queued up, right? That's the next one.
No coming back. Okay.
All right, hold on. Before we get to No Coming Back, let's
Okay.
bring them up to No Coming Back. How
Okay.
did you come up with that? What happened to inspire the No Coming Back track? Going from where you were just at to No Coming Back. Let's bring it all together.
No coming back, man. I was in a very dark time. I had got shot. And if you look when you see the beginning of the video, we reenacted how everything went down.
Right.
So we just kind of it was I was kind of in dark days at that time, man. It was just more of a effort mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So when you see the video, what we did was we reenacted how I got shot, and then we transitioned it into a mini movie.
Right.
And we don't have it queued today, but if y'all go to YouTube and go and look up Lil Tech Bring It On, that will be part two to to the No Coming Back. And it's a dope movie, but yeah, that's kind of how that came about.
Okay.
You know, I was in a you know after something like that, man, you just really go into a crazy mindset, you know, because especially
Right.
not knowing who did it, so everybody was suspect.
Right.
And I just didn't trust much at that time. I mean, I'm
Right.
still like that now, you know, but it was just I had to get all that rage out. So you hear a lot of rage in this, and it's just um yeah, it's just a lot of rage, man. I just had to get all that stuff out. So I hope y'all enjoy the video, man. You know, it's real music, you know, based on true stories, man.
That's a fact. Yeah. So you gotta introduce it while we here. You gotta throw to it.
All right, man. This is Lil Tech then, but OG Tech now. No coming back.
What up, world? It's your boy Lil Tech, aka the household name the streets love to hate. You ever had one of them days, man, when you out just riding, looking clean, crispy white tees, J's on? You like, man, I'm about to bend a couple corners, pick up a couple dollars, bring it back to the crib. I ain't even told the strap. Thought it was gonna be a good day like Q, but it ain't turned out like that for a G. Man, this shit right here, man. Damn, man. Man, this piece of shit. Man, this shit doesn't work, goddamn. Who would have thought, man, me pulling off in my hood, man, somebody really tried to take my life. They jumped in the ride, opened the door, man, and shot me point blank. And that's reality. This ain't no shit y'all be rapping on no damn music. Just know this. Patience is a virtue. we start coming back at y'all niggas. Ain't no coming back, homie. We rock solid mafia, nigga. You better get ready for it.
Welcome to the realm of a dangerous mind. Rock solid mafia, Lil Tech. You heard me? Wrong nigga to be fucked with. In case you ain't know, now you know. Lil Tech, set it off, nigga.
Welcome to my life, man. Come and take a trip through the mind of a nigga like me. Certified on with a legend in the game. TEC, certified OG, y'all nigga know me. Mr. Truck T, black niggas on with the all-white tee. Mr. I don't give a fuck about your count for a nigga. You can go and get the fuck around me. I do it for the street and all my nigga that's green. Hustle full time on the grind. I don't give a fuck till you flipping them packs. Pulling kid dough, legging niggas on the grind. I don't trust much these days. My friends, I keep it in the minimum. So keep your face smiling, fake handshakes over there. You slithering nigga. You can roll with us or against us. Just a rock solid militia. My team so Chevy's on block. Hang them AKs out the window. I ain't wrapped up in that who's who and that nigga school and that bullshit. If the name sticks, then I place it here for him to get that full clip. Lights off in all whips. Hollow points in all clips. Duct tape and hog tie. Cause a nigga was acting ignorant. And no, I ain't no killer. But please don't make me do it. But he fought nigga with a hate way. Nigga wanna pull it and use it.
I'm a psyched out cannon told me pistol grabbing nigga. Pistol grabbing nigga. Pistol grabbing nigga. So you don't wanna turn me to an anybody killer. Anybody killer. Anybody killer. Please don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. Cause ain't no coming back. Please don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. Cause ain't no coming back.
I rep the state gang. Nigga run around this city with AO ball. We can't no zone can. Hold liquor for the dead homies, they get taxed. All my niggas, they burn threats. Bag of work and they push packs in the same clothes for about 3 days. Pulling all nighter just to get stacks. Whole team got get back for these fake artists with they fake raps, with they fake labels. Get a CEO, fucking beat down and they chain snatch. They glory fame, dog, I had that. This on the ground with my heart's at. And I'm 780, want affiliate and my 5 little niggas know that. This street shit that y'all ask for. That gun shit that I live by. What snitch niggas get dealt with and these lame niggas go bye-bye. I'm trying to stack these money piles. Rock solid, I'ma hold it down. But any hater trying to infiltrate these castle walls and bring us down. From the AUG to the drug town. This mid South, we worldwide. Got every cent, fucking banging tech. Cause the real shit that I spit out. And no, I ain't no killer. But please don't make me do it. But you fuck nigga with your hang away. Make a nigga wanna pull it and use it.
I'm a psyched out cannon told me pistol grabbing nigga. Pistol grabbing nigga, pistol grabbing nigga. So you don't wanna turn me to an anybody killer. Anybody killer, anybody killer. Please don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. Cause ain't no coming back. Please don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. Cause ain't no coming back.
Yo, bro, that was powerful right there, bro.
Yeah,
So,
man.
yo, so after going through that, you did something that a lot of people they just now starting to do. You made a mini movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was real cutting edge because at that time, a lot of people they were just doing videos. It wasn't a lot of people doing the mini movies.
Right, right.
And then even watching the video, I had comments going. I didn't want to distract people from what was going on, but let's jump to some of the comments that was written.
Okay.
Samantha Lavelle said, "Wow, that's just powerful. I respect Tech to the fullest." Then rock solid mafia
Right.
that brings back memories.
Right, right.
Yo, so how did you make the transition from that, going through what you went through? There's a lot going through your mind.
Mm-hmm.
How did you make that transition and keep going? Because a lot of people would have threw their hand in or threw their life away.
Mm-hmm.
What was going through your mind? What kept you focused? And how did you keep moving through that?
I'm gonna be straight, man. It took a while for me to even get back focused. You know what I'm saying? I was on edge all the time. You know, at that time, man. When that happened, I had a lot of stuff weighing on my shoulders, man. One, You know, I didn't know what it was, who it came from, why it happened, or was it wrong place or wrong time.
Right.
Two, man, you know, my family, worrying about, you know, my wife, the kids. Um, is it just a hater? Is it somebody that was trying to rob or what? You know, and I cut the whole city off, man. Like the whole city of Durham, and everybody that was either on my page or either um uh consider themselves my homies and all that, man. I cut everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't know where it came from. So either somebody got too close and just figured they take a shot, or like I said, it could have been wrong place at wrong time.
Right.
It took a while to get back into music, you know, like a while, man. I mean, going through that let me know who was cool with me, who wasn't.
Right.
You know, nobody showed up to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? All the homies that was coming around or saying, "Hey man, you my dog," and all this other stuff. It wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I really just kind of went into a turtle shell, man. And that's when I was just kind of like on my own. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't outside of my family, man, I wasn't just dealing with nobody. It was just nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think I know my wife was she was on me about doing music, and I was hearing it because she was saying that's something that you love to do, and I got it, but at that my mind wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was just more focused on where the hell that shit came from,
Right.
and you know, PTSD, anxiety, and all that stuff, man. You know, it was a dark time for me. You know what I'm saying? A very dark time for me, man. I think that I want to say it might have been On Point
Right.
that kind of got in my ear also. Outside of my white man, it was just like, man, you know, you need to keep going, you know, and that was the moment that I kind of just started back getting beats and all this other stuff, man. And I started writing again and just writing that pain, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went back into the pain and dropping everything that was on my mind and how I felt about it, you know. So
That's a fact. And even with the times and the music that we live in now, a lot of times that's glorified like a badge of honor and things like that. So with, you know, all the deaths in hip hop right now, and even the message that they're pushing right now on a big scale, even with the gangs and the young guys out there that's, you know, they feel like they got to be in a gang and all this stuff. What message would you give them?
Oh man, life is short, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here being reckless. You know, it's a lot of reckless artists out here right now, man, and we losing a lot of great talent. You know, I was just getting on to Mo3 real heavy. You know, I saw that dude, man. I'm like, man, hey, this dude about to blow. You know what I'm saying? And he was really getting it in, and to see that happen to him, man, and you know, other artists, it's like, man, you got to realize, man, this is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You speak your truth, and there's nothing wrong with speaking your truth, man. But we learned this from Biggie and Pac. You know what I'm saying? We learned this back then from Biggie and Pac, man. So just go out there and have fun with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Get your bag, have fun, and that way everybody going home safe, man, to see their family and their kids and all that, man. You know, when you out here doing all the reckless shit, man, you really you're bringing pain to a lot of families, because not only if this artist get killed, you know what I'm saying, and you go to jail, now both of your families hurt. You know what I'm saying? Your family hurt because you locked up. This family hurting because they grieving over death. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it has to change, man. You know, it has to be. And I'm not saying like not to go out there and speak your truth. Speak your truth. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Whether you out here, just speak your truth, but don't go out here being reckless, man. You know,
that makes a powerful. That's a powerful thing. And even listening in your music,
Right.
You give them the other side. It's like sometimes you hear a song and it's like they glorify the one side, but you said when you start writing out of that pain. A lot of people, they don't talk about the pain. A lot of us at our age now, we done been through things that kind of slowed us down and make us think wiser. But a lot of the young ones, they don't see that side of the game. They think, okay, I got to go get this pack to make it. That's going to put me on. But what they don't tell you is you may not make it. You know, a lot of people, they don't make it. They go out there with that pack, get locked up, and now you gone or death.
Right.
So, you know, rolling that dice at an age we at now, that's not even an option for us.
Right. But you know, I look at it like this too, man. Even that when I was that age, I was young and rebellious. You know what I'm saying? I was out there gang banging. I was out there selling dope. I was out there, you know, living wild. But I never really had that person over me to try to guide me. You know what I'm saying? My OGs was pushing us to do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right. That was pushing us to do that. But now, you know, if we can change that, you know, and grab them now and just start telling them why they're this age and they're young, you know, and we need more of that, you know, across the board, man, just everywhere to kind of like just to kind of guide them, because that's all they need is guidance, man. You know, we gotta guide them. That's it. Yeah.
That's a fact right there. So growing up in the bull, for you in the bull, in the mix of the height of everything, how did you
know about the bull?
I know all about the bull, bro. I know all about the bull, bro.
Right.
Yo, so tell me, what's that like? What's the music scene like out there? What's the mentality? And what's going on in the bull?
Durham is totally different from the music that when I got here and I started meeting artists was kind of different. It was more of a up north style here, you know what I'm saying? But it had a southern twist with it, you know, because a lot of people that's from New York, this is where they migrate to, North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? So when I got to working with different artists, man, like O-Dot, Lil Yacht, and you know, my own boy Dre Tees and a couple other artists, man, you know, it was just a different style. I'm like, man, I'm used to, you know, fast rap. I got, you know, the trap beats, and the beats was just different. But, you know, it kind of helped me be versatile in many ways, you know what I'm saying? But the music scene here is definitely thriving, man. It's a lot of great talent here. A lot of great talent, man. And Lil Yacht, man, I fuck with him. I ain't seen him in a couple years, but that boy talented, man. He talented as hell.
Yes, he was making some noise as well. So let me ask you, being an OG MC, who are 5 MCs that you would put in your top 5?
Oh man. So my top 5, man, I go with like Coogee Rap. I will go with Nas. You gotta have Pac in there, Biggie, and it's kind of like on the I mean, I like Jay-Z, but I like 3 Stacks. We'll just juggle between them two, man. You know, but I had to say Jay-Z because he built the empire, you know. Not taking nothing away from 3 Stacks, man, because he's a lyrical beast. You know, when you want to see the blueprint of how hip hop is about, right? When you want to see the blueprint of how hip hop is and how to become a rapper, you build your brand, you build this, and you expand everything, man. Then you gotta look at Jay-Z for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's a fact. So let's put a twist on that. You're working on an album, right? 5 producers and 2 features. That's all covered. They're gonna pay for the features. Who are the 5 producers you bringing in and the 2 features on OG TEC album?
Oh man, give me Zaytoven. And see, man, you want to? I mean, if you name it like mainstream, or can I just?
It's up to you. It's an OG TEC album.
All right, so give me Zaytoven, give me Mossberg, give me Billion Beats, give me Sin, my homeboy Sin, And give me mm, I don't know, man. Give me dang, man. Man, who was the one that produced T.I. first album? Is it DJ Tune? Was it Tune? Um,
Nah, I'm not even sure on that one.
Whoever produced T.I. first album.
You talking about the trap?
Yeah,
Music?
let me hear second album. That was the second album. Trap music. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, pause. Hold up. Go back. Give me David Banner.
David Banner.
Yeah.
Okay. And who the two features?
Two features.
Make them count.
Damn. Damn. Man, give me and I'm gonna keep it solid, man. If it's just anybody, man, give me on point down pat, man.
On point and pat.
Yeah, give me them two, man. They all around, they well-rounded artists. I'll take them two, man.
Yeah, that's dope. And keep it with the home team, yo. I'm feeling that. So, yo, let's talk about the music. Let's talk about the independent music movement.
Independent music movement, man. So go back a couple years. I had Lil Tech Radio.
Right.
And the reason why I started Lil Tech Radio at that time is because artists wanted to be on something that was close to a radio. Right, you know what I'm saying? So I signed up for Live 365, which is almost like a radio format. And I was going live, and I told all the people, like, y'all come to me, and I will play your music. So Lil Tech Radio was going for years, man. And then I met a guy called Bugs, that dude, and he had 24/7 hip hop radio.
Wow.
And he was like, hey, man, because we had a mutual friend, my homeboy Ed Reeves. He stayed out in the Junction too. But he was like, Ed hit me up. He's like, man, I got this dude named Bugs. He doing the same thing. I think y'all should network. So we linked up, and he gave me the Southern show. He was doing the East Coast music and had me doing the down South music. So at that time, it was called the Southern Mix. Right. And I was like, all right, cool. That's cool. So then I changed it to the underground music movement. And I had T-Rock on my show one day, and he said, man, you know, underground music is cool, but we are independent artists. And I was like, man, I could respect that. So I changed it to the independent music movement. And what I do with that, man, is, like I said, the same thing that you're doing. I get artists on, I interview them. We've had a lot of great artists on the show. We've had like Reginelli of Gambino Family. We've had Blood Raw, formerly of CTE. We've had Yuck Mouth. We've had Gunplay of MMG. We've had OG Tech on the show. We've had Hash on the show. We've had Samantha on the show. Down Pat, On Point. You gonna be on the show. So we got a lot of people coming up, and it floods. Like, you know, I think when we was talking, you were saying that when you started it and everybody was hitting you up, right? Man, that's how it is. Like, I was doing interviews like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I was like, man, I got to back up off this, man. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and then now I do it Tuesday, Wednesday, but starting next month, I'm gonna be going back. It's gonna be straight Wednesdays because I got to get back to being an artist also. So yeah.
That's dope right there. So, yo, let's talk about the show you just had not too long ago. 40 artists.
Man.
40 artists. Yo, let me give you a big salute. To even have 40 artists to check in on your platform, to want to be involved. That says a lot about the platform. Right.
Yeah, man. It's something that I thought about last year. And I did it in December. And I say, you know, when I do this, I'm gonna have a surprise artist come through, you know. So we did it the first time, and we had Blood Raw come through, and he told his story a little bit. And then I said, the reason why I did it again, and I'm starting to keep it going, is that when I did that show that day, when I had Blood Raw on, I said, all right, for those that don't know Blood Raw, when he got off, I'm gonna play one of his songs. So I played the song that was one of his hit songs with Jeezy on it called Louis.
Right.
And man, time I played that song, I forgot about how they monetize all these songs and stuff.
Right.
And man, time I put the song on, it probably got to like 45 seconds. The whole show just got clipped.
Wow.
And I got a notice that said your live has been blocked in 240 countries or something.
Right.
So it took me a month to get it back. So I was
Wow.
like, okay, well, since that happened, we're gonna do it again. And I'll tell you this, I won't do that again. The 40 artists, I won't do that again.
Right.
It was good. A lot of great artists came through. We had my surprise guest on this past show was Mr. Servon of No Limit Records.
Salute to Mr. Servon.
And we had Reginelli on at the end, formerly of No Limit Records, and he's
Right.
part of Gambino family. So it was a lot of great artists. But the thing that I didn't like, man, because artists are artists.
Right.
So, so they late.
Keep it real. Keep it
they
real.
late. They coming in late. I had somebody I had scheduled at 7:30. He popped up in my backstage at 8:30. You know, it was just. I mean, man, I'm like, man, these Negroes,
Right. They ain't
man,
gonna do right. They
ain't gonna do right. So I was like, okay, next time I do it, it's gonna be 20 on a Friday and then 20 on a Saturday, or 20 on Thursday, 20 on Friday. We're gonna turn it into a 2-day event. But I think the next one that I have, it's gonna. I don't want to put it out there yet.
Yeah, we'll hold on to it. We'll hold on to it.
I had to think about it.
Yeah, we'll hold on to it. You also working on the mixtape though, right?
Yes, the One Team One Mission mixtape. I had to look because I got it on my screen.
Right.
We done this before, probably like 4 years ago. And it turned out to be a banger. So we're doing it again. And my thing that I'm trying to do now, because the momentum is up and artists are coming to the group, we're gonna put them all onto. We got 20 slots open, and 9 times out of 10, it's gonna probably be about 25 artists on.
Okay.
We're gonna put them on there. And my goal is to, now that everybody is now working with each other, is to, if you're in Canada and you're on here, and you in Germany and you're on here, and we got people from North Carolina, Mississippi, New York all on here, that when these CDs, when I send the download out to everybody,
Right.
that your people are now listening to everybody that we rock with. Your people are now listening to everybody we rock with. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, man, it's giving other artists an opportunity to be part of something. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest thing, is to give artists an opportunity and also bring artists on it to cross network, you know. So
that's smart right there. So let's talk about 1T 1M.
yes.
Where did that come from, and what inspired that, and how long have you been doing it?
One Team One Mission has been around for almost since 2015-ish. It was at a time, man, there was a lot of animosity going on with certain crews and labels that I happened to be around at that time.
Right.
And when everything started kind of molding back together, I was like, man, you know, I used to have a old supervisor that used to say 1 team, 1 goal.
Wow.
And I knew that what we was doing was trying to be on the mission. So I said 1 team, 1 mission, and it kind of stuck. And when it stuck, man, it just kind of like spread. Everybody that was rocking with me, you know, they just started, you know, they'll go and post and they'll put hashtag 1T1M on the back of the posts and stuff like that. So it's been going on for years. You know, it's not a gang, it's not a label, it's a movement. You know, anybody can be part of it. As long as you coming in and you ain't got no negative shit with you, you're more than welcome to be part of 1 team, 1 mission. It's a beautiful movement, you know. So
wow. That's powerful, yo. And it's needed in the game. And
we
can't do it alone. So that's salutes to you. So
yeah, that's why I said standing as one, as y'all see that we all stand together, you know. So
right. So let's talk about the merch. Can they buy the shirts? Where can they get the shirts at?
Yeah, our site is unpublished at the moment because we're trying to rearrange some things and get it back right. And we also do have a Unity clothing line page that I haven't published yet. I'm trying to get all the pictures and everything up there. But we have a couple more things coming in. So, you know, we got female shirts, we got male shirts, we got different sayings with the one team, one mission. My wife has shirts that she's come up with that everything is gonna be up there, but that's all under our Unity clothing line brand that we have. That's our own clothing line. So
that's dope. Hey, yo, and I'm all for it, yo. So let me ask you, we've talked a lot.
mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk anything about your vision with the series, or you want to leave that off there?
With the series, are you talking about the
right, because you never know, it might be some directors or people that film watching.
Right. So I have a you talking about the Live by the Gun.
Live by the Gun.
Yeah, I want to do like a webisode.
You don't have to give them everything. Don't give them all of it, but just give them a little, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely a just to put it in a nutshell. You're looking at it's a young man, a single father, and you know the saying, it's hard thinking positive with negative around you.
Right.
So he has a lot of negative around him, and he has to try to make it out with his child, and he has to face a lot of different decisions in his life. Yeah, a lot of decisions in his life. So because he's around a bunch of negative with his child. So I think it's real dope. It touches on you know, I hate that terminology, but baby mama, baby daddy drama, music, it's guns, it's drugs, it's real life stuff in there. It's social work, it's social child support. All that stuff is going to be involved in this, that everybody can kind of take something from it, you know. So yeah.
That's a fact. So if it's anybody out there that's acting, that do camera work, or trying to, you know, get into acting and camera and stuff like that, yo, it's a good vision. It's going to take people to pull together to do it. So that's why I had you bring it up. So any cameramen out there,
yeah, please holler. Yes, please holler, because you know, not out, you know, you're right here in Raleigh.
Right.
And you know, I got a couple other people, man, that we can all come together on something and really put this together. I promise, man. I just feel like that it is something that will touch a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that they can relate to. You know what I'm saying? All right, what's going on, Pierre? Okay, we'll talk.
Yo, that's dope right there. So you know what I'm saying? So, and again, people are gonna see it on the playback. So,
right.
Like if that's something you're interested in, you can either hit me or hit OG Tech up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For real, let's make that happen, because a lot of times it's like we have the vision, but we don't have the people to make it come to pass. So it's like, yo, let's pull it together and make it happen. And that's something that we all can do. One team, one mission. OG had the vision. So let's pull together and make that happen for him.
Right.
So outside of that, the clothing, you're about to go work on the new music. For the people that don't know, they may have just chimed in. Let them know who OG Tech is and what do you stand for and what do you want to be remembered as?
Man, OG Tech is somebody that's 100% real, man. And I'm not trying to say real as far as this real that everybody else want to say, oh, I'm that real. Nah, I'm real. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I can go look in the mirror and I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people out there that go and look in the mirror and they're not satisfied. And when I say that, man, it's because they live in a lie. You know, I'm 100% with myself. As far as, what was the second one?
Your legacy. What do you want to be remembered as?
I want to be remembered as, damn, that's a great question. Man, that is a great question, man. I want to be remembered as somebody that they know that gave us all. If it's something that pertains to music, man, that my music was 100%. If it's pertaining to my life, man, that I knew to change my life around. I'm living right. That understood that even though you come from these bad beginnings, that and just going to a Tupac saying, a rose that grew through concrete that no matter what you go through, man, that you can blossom to be something. You know what I'm saying? Because in life there is obstacles that we face. You know what I'm saying? So I just want my legacy to know that that was a man that went through some. He overcame it, and he came out to be something great. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I am. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I have to say that to myself every day that I am great. You know, because so many of us deal with, like I said, the PTSD and all this other stuff, man. So I gotta tell myself that I am great, that things is gonna be okay, things is good. So I think if we all kind of think like that, you know, uh, it'll be a lot of different mindsets out there, you know. So
that's real. And one thing I salute about you is your honesty.
Right.
Because a lot of things that people go through, they try to keep it to themselves. But in your music, even in your conversation, you don't mind saying, yo, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I went through.
Right.
And the power in that I noticed from even our podcast and when we're on these platforms is you never know how many people may be watching that's dealing with the same thing.
Right.
And they thinking I'm the only one. So you making moves, you had adversities, you kept going and you pushed past it. And you're doing great things. And it's not only for you, you're not doing just great things for you. You're doing great things for a lot of artists.
Right.
I watch your shows, you bring all types of walks of life. You have all different ethnicity of people coming through.
Right.
So when you say one team, one mission, that's not just something you're saying, you're actually putting it to action. And then it's like, even from your show, I've met people from South Carolina, people from over here, from all over the world.
Right.
Bro, how does that feel? Knowing that this was started with a vision for you.
Right.
And you're helping out, you're opening doors for other people and giving them a platform to be seen. How does that feel?
Man, that shit is it's a great feeling, because I never had I never had that when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? It took one guy, man, that started this domino effect for me to get to where I'm at. You know, Kenny Battle, man, when I got on the Gangsta Pack. But I never knew that when we started that it would be something that became I'm not gonna say household name, but something that when you see that it's you automatically think of, you know, OG Tech. Like when you see that, it's like, dang, man, that's part of that movement. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of that. We part of that. It's not it's we all moving together, man. And I just enjoy seeing people come together. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy. So and outside of that, you know, giving Samantha the props, man. Like I said, she even wrapped it out even wider and bringing more people together. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. You know, I would have never thought that little vision that we had when we was in Atlanta, man, shooting this video called "Take It to the Top," that when I said it then, that people would actually start like, hey, that's the new saying, one team, one mission. I get text messages still to this day, man. We texting, man. I'm like, all right, I'm out. And they put one team, one M. You know what I'm saying? Or they jump on the post, one T, one M. It's just beautiful, man. You know, when you see something positive and it's no negative, and it is moving for a better light, you know, trying to take the negative out, and we just moving forward together, man, standing side by side. Nobody's trying to take the limelight or trying to be, you know, more than, oh no, I'm better than you. It's not, nah, man. We all together. It's no competition, man. You know, it's just, hey, let's get there together. You know, let's sit down and eat this thing on filet mignon together, you know. So yeah.
That's a fact. Yo, that's a fact. And you've been in the game for a while, and you have a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge.
Right.
Looking back on your life, now we're talking about everything. We're talking about the whole career. What are 3 of the highs? And you look back and you say, God, thank you. It was only you. Looking back on all of
it. 3 of the highs, man. And I think my highs, man, might be a little different than what I think people might think how I'm gonna answer the question is, one, man, I'm just thankful to I'm thankful to be alive, brother. You know what I'm saying? One, from being shot. I drove myself to the hospital that night. You know what I'm saying? And I was blacking out on my way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I barely made it. So when I did get there, that's when I pulled up the Duke Hospital is when I passed out. So I'm thankful. That's a high for me. You know, because God allowed me to see another day. Another high for me, man, is I had 2 major surgeries in 2019. And one of them was if I would have waited another week, I would have died again, brother. So that's another high for me. You know what I'm saying? And looking back, my last high, man, is my wife, man. Somebody that gave me a push, and somebody that stands by me and never gave up on me. You know what I'm saying? That is another high for me, because out of all the things that I came with, even when she met me up until now, and the things that I even put this family through, far as these surgeries and being shot and all this other stuff, man, you know, she's been right there, man, a trooper. You know what I'm saying? So those 3 things to me, man, are my highs, man. And I gotta thank the Most High for that, because you know, it almost kind of makes me feel that I'm here for a purpose. You know, I think that he puts me in these positions to try to see how much I could take, and I've never folded on it, and I never wanted to give up, even though I seen those things that I seen. And I just choose to keep moving forward, man. And I can't give up, because he has a purpose for me. So I gotta keep moving. I don't know what the purpose is as of yet, but it seems like the more closest that I even get with the Most High, and I start moving and I see little things around, that I think I'm figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just like you're saying, man, just keeping it real, talking to people, and giving them the honesty, you know, because a lot of people want to sugarcoat shit. And I just don't like that. Don't tell me nothing that's gonna just to make me happy or whatever, man. You know, no, I'm gonna tell you wrong. You know,
that's a fact. No yes man. No yes man.
Yeah, no yes man, man. So
and I respect you in a big way, even with your answer. I already had respect for you, but you just took it to another level. Because the 3 highs that you just named, you can't put a value on that. You can't put a price tag on that. You, with all the material things, with all the wealth, with all the fame, with all the celebrity, some of them still don't have a relationship. Some of them don't know where the gift came from. So when you just said your life, you know what I mean? Like, all the money in the world can't save your life in certain situations. You said 2 surgeries. If you would have waited a week later,
I've been gone, bro.
You would have been gone. So it's like purpose-driven life. Samantha just put in the comments. And then out of all the people I've ever had on this show, you're one of the first people to say my wife. Bro, as a man to a man, you know what they go through as women.
Yeah.
Big salute on that, bro. A salute to your wife.
Appreciate that, brother.
Bro, that's real. That. Yo, so wow, that's deep. What can they expect from OG Tech, and what's coming up, what's in store, and where are you headed, bro?
What's coming up, man? We still promoting my my last album that we dropped, the Before the Wait. If y'all haven't checked that out, man, you'll hear a lot of pain on there. We're gonna drop some videos to a couple of those songs. The single that we dropped, The Gamble, in December, we're gonna shoot a video for that. We're supposed to be shooting a video to dang, I forgot the name of the song. So Much Pressure. Excuse me, this weekend. We're going to Atlanta on the 26th. My lead song called Lonely Road. We're gonna be shooting that down in Atlanta. It's gonna be big. We're gonna bring the city out. Um, and my vice president I spoke on earlier, Red Boss, this album dropped called Bluegrass. He from Memphis.
Salute the Red Boss.
And we got like my artist Tane, he's coming out. And we got Anna album coming out. So we just kind of moving around. And then my brothers on point and down pat. You know, we working on some stuff also, man. You know, I got a collab album coming up with each one of these gentlemen. So and just working, just staying on the grind, man. Just continue the one team, one mission movement, and stay building the brand, and just stay just staying in the game, man, and staying trying to help people. You know what I'm saying? Help artists where I can. So
that's a fact. So let me ask you, being a CEO of a label, what are a few things that you look for when finding talent?
The creativity. I want to hear something different. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear what I hear on the radio. I mean, and I'm not knocking that. Let me not say it that way. I think what I'm saying is that it need to have some type of substance. It need to have some type of I need to be able to understand it, feel the pain, visualize what you're talking about. You know, you're not gonna get up here and just I don't know. If you're just doing that, man, I just don't even submit your music. But to be honest with you right now, I think we kind of staying with the 5 artists that we have. I've had up to 13 artists. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of it's more easy for us, me and Boss, to kind of just keep it where we're at right now. It's easy to keep our control of everything, making sure dates are in place and music is dropping when it's supposed to. And you don't have to lean on so many artists, and you setting up all these plans and stuff. So it's just long as you come in with some, just being creative, you know, with your flow, or being real, and I can feel that you talking about some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get when you come to TSC, because everybody on my team right now, they all solid, straight up. They all beasts. It's direct, pain, struggle, just underground, independent music. You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope. And yo, I'm glad you said that, because that brings me to my next question I was going to ask you. So now, being a CEO, you got 5 artists on the label. Now is your time to name drop them. But when you name drop them, I want you to tell people why they should check that artist out and your favorite 2 songs from each one of them.
All right. So OG TEC. My favorite 2 songs is Lonely Road and I Love the Gamble. If y'all haven't heard The Gamble. Red Boss. He has a song called King, Young King, on his album. And he has a song called my favorite song is what's the name of the song? Street Life.
Street Life.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that song by him. Now my other artists, they're they're in the motion of working on their albums now. So right now me and Red Boss is kind of like the ones that's running, the forerunners of everything now. And Tane, I can't forget about the homie Tane. He's working on this album now, but the one song that I have from him that I really like, because he's featured on The Gamble, and he has another song called Hustler's Groove. Hustler's Groove. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's dope. So you want to drop the others 2 names, or you gonna wait for later?
Oh man, big salute to my homeboy Anna. You know what I'm saying? We got Anna. He represents the ATL. You know, is it 5? Is it Red Boss, OG TEC, Anna, Tane, and we got Jim Bob. He represent ATL. I mean AUG. He from my hometown.
Okay.
And he does a lot of great music, man. So he doesn't have an album out right now. He's in a transition of working on it. So big salute to him too.
Dope. Salute to him. Hey yo, and I'm on my journalist hat right now, so I gotta cause a little confusion.
Oh hell.
Yo, so it's nothing like that, yo, because you done seen a lot of talent come through. On the independent music movement. What are 3 artists that impressed you? And you was like, damn, like, yo, I really like what they got going on. I know it's been many.
Okay.
Name 3 that was like, yo, wow.
One would be Gunplay.
Gunplay.
It's a wild dude. But
right.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That brother intelligent as hell, bro. Threw me for a loop.
You wouldn't imagine. You
I
wouldn't
would
even
never imagine. I wouldn't have thought, because you know, when you see him in interviews or you see him out, wow, you know what I'm saying? But to sit down and talk to him and you know, he got comfortable and we got to talking, man, just to hear that brother speak, man, he's very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? The next person would be Blood Raw. Blood Raw, formerly a CTE, is a very, very, man, down to earth brother, man. The brother, man, he been through so much, man. He beat 2 cases, man, that he was really about to go sit down for a minute. He talks about it and give you insight on it. His music, man, is just dope, man, you know, and he's smart, man. Like, he's another smart brother, man. Blood Raw. And I think my last one I would say will be King Jama. Formerly of Mo Thugs. He is another deep brother, man. Very, very down to earth and dope as hell, man. So big salute to him, man. King Jama too. Yeah.
Yo, that's dope right there, yo. So you done brought a lot of big names through your platform. So that's definitely a beautiful thing to see it all coming together. We got
hold on. Before you do that, I'm gonna tell you one more, man. And this was on the one that I had like 35, 40 artists.
Right.
Mr. Servon.
Wow.
When he came through and he said that he's been watching.
Wow.
And he likes what I do as far as like the what I'm doing as far as my platform. And he could basically respect that in so many words. When you getting that from him, I paused for a minute, man, after he said that, man, because I couldn't believe it. I would have never thought. I mean, he's on my page. I would have never thought that he was actually paying attention. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know, so yeah, those are
those things about the platform. You never know who's watching, and you never know who can see. So it's like that's the importance of that what we do in the internet. Because it's like you never know who's seeing. So who's to say Mr. Servon sees somebody on the platform, say, I like what they doing. And now their whole life is put in motion in a whole nother way.
That's real. That's real.
So I salute you, yo. And we ain't gonna let you go yet. I got another video queued up.
Okay.
I got one more going. This one right here is Life Ain't Easy.
Life Ain't Easy.
Yo, I want to know what inspired Life Ain't Easy. And
Go ahead. I heard.
Now, I was just gonna say, what was the direction of the song? What inspired you to write it, and what was the vision for the video?
It was just about life, man. Again, you know, reality music. We talk about different things pertaining to things that we see in our communities. You know, and I had to bring On Point on the track. You know, he's a very deep brother, man, and he always speak to me about Pontiac, Michigan. You know, how it's hardly anything to do out there, and his lifestyle that he came up on. So I just knew that he was the person that I needed to put on this. This song, we dropped it maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, but we are remastering the song, changing the beat. We got a whole nother video for it that we're gonna drop again on. But this video right here is super dope, man. So big salute to my brother on point, man. For real, man.
All right, yo, go ahead and throw
IG.
to it. Go ahead and throw to the video. We're gonna introduce it. Go ahead.
All right, OG Tech and my homeboy on point. Life ain't easy.
It's a big production.
Yeah, hello world. As we take this journey through life, we have our ups and downs, trials and tribulations, life and death. Nobody never knows the struggle and the suffering that anybody goes through behind four walls. Never know. This Lord forgive me for my sins. I'm throwing my hands in. See my life will feel like a maze. One turn to dead end. Yeah, my people suffering. Kids they crying. Generation growing up and on their mind is dying. How can you blame the youth for their violent crime? Doing what they seeing straight through their starving eyes. Survival is a must in this jungle that we live in. Streets full of animals, nobody know what safe is. Nah, and these kids having kids, single parent home. Not only dad leaving, mom leaving home. And the kids in their own world, in their own zone. Trying to figure out why their mom and dad don't get along. So they trying to find love, man, in the wrong places. Introduced to the streets, gang crime, and the paper chasing. Now tell me when it's gonna stop. Is it the body count or how many caskets drop? Yeah, same thing. Going like man, really every night to the Lord, please believe. My chain ain't head held to the sky. I give my knees to the Lord just to let my feelings out. It's the same thing. Going like man, really every night to the Lord, please believe. My chain ain't head held to the sky. I give my knees to the Lord just to let my feelings out. Yeah.
I wake up daily praying that I don't get killed today. Look at me playing, getting hit with bullet ricochets. Shit's a shame, trying to show my youngest it's a different way than 211s, posting on the block and whipping cane. Traffic politicians pushing weight across the borderlines, and all I'm really trying to do is work some overtime. My pain is heavy, so I struggle with a sober mind. I feel walking out my crib without that 45. It's cold, how they shot my cousin, now we paralyzed. Fiends keep on dropping needles that ain't sterilized. Terrified is what you be, seeing through my pair of eyes. They always trying to blame my people when an error rise. They racist, done dealing with the same shit. They idolize rappers out here writing statements. That's how it is when you come up in a hard place. They shot that man up with his daughters out in broad day.
Same thing, going like man, really every night to the Lord, please believe. My chain ain't head held to the sky. I give my knees to the Lord just to let my feelings out. It's the same thing, going like man, really every night to the Lord, please believe. My chain ain't head held to the sky. I give my knees.
Yes, sir.
That's a powerful message right there. Life definitely ain't easy, my brother. So, yo, wow. Powerful message, powerful collaboration, and like all your music is a powerful meaning.
Right.
So this part of the show we call the final thoughts.
Okay.
So with everything going on in the world, the pandemic, all the chaos going on, what is OG Tech has to say to the nation for the people watching?
Mm-hmm.
Life ain't easy. They're going through, people barely making it. They feel like giving up. Life is hard.
Right.
What's your words to them?
You're not alone. You know, you got to realize that you're not alone. I think as things start to get better, because I know, man, behind these four walls, man, especially with this quarantine, could be crazy. You know, and I always say, man, you never know what somebody's going through behind their four walls.
Right.
But don't give up. Don't quit. Just realize that even though it's a stormy day today, that tomorrow it will be sunshine outside. You know what I'm saying? And just pray. That's the big thing. Pray. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just know God ain't gonna put too much on your shoulders that you can't handle. You know what I'm saying? So just pray and keep moving, and just know that it will get better. You know, we all going through this right now. And I know, man, especially my people out there that's dealing with PTSD, man, the veterans that's out there, man, that's probably going through it also. That's behind these walls, man. You know, it could be, and excuse my language, man, it could be a bitch behind these walls, you know what I'm saying? But just know that you're not alone, that things is gonna get better, but we just all have to stand together. And if you need to talk to somebody, man, you know, I know they have numbers out there that you can talk with somebody. You can hit OG Tech up, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I go through it, but you know, I just want to help, you know. So just know that that's my last thing. I know I keep saying it, but you're not alone. Just know that you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? And just put your faith in Most High. Just reach for that Bible sometimes and just pray. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's the realest advice you can give them, because they're not alone, and you got to keep that faith. No matter what you're going through, you got to have that faith. Yo, OG Tech, I salute you. You're doing big things. You're working on a new project coming up.
Yes, it's called Behind Four Walls, and then me and Red Boss is working on one called Hooch. And for those that don't know what Hooch is, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be from the South to know what Hooch is, man. It's and it's gonna be a dope album. You're gonna understand why we called it Hooch. But Behind Four Walls is almost like your question you asked, you know, behind four walls, we're gonna touch on them subjects, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna reach out back to these people, man. We're gonna motivate them. We're gonna get them behind them four walls and get them out that door, man, so they can breathe this fresh air, man, and see the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? So man, we got a lot of things we're working on, brother.
Yeah, that's powerful right there. So let me ask you, yo, do you have features? Are you looking for features on the album, production? You already
I am, man. It's kind of interesting, man. I am looking for features. I would love to get you on a track.
I'm with it.
You know, I got that. I'm gonna reach out to like Hash, of course, my brothers, man, On Point, Down Pack. And then I'm gonna have the homie Blood Raw on the track. So yeah, we're working. Yeah, we work, and of course my label mates, man. You know, but Behind Four Walls, and then after that, you know, I have Before the Wait. The Wait Is Over album is gonna drop probably closer to October, but that's gonna probably be about 15 songs. So I'll definitely be reaching out to a lot of people to jump on that. I don't want to get too many features, man, because with Before the Wait I had a lot on there. I want to give people more of me, because a lot of people, it's like, man, you got a lot of features. You got a lot of features, man. You know, so I want to make sure they get a lot of me also. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact. So if a producer wanted to submit a beat to you, where could they submit them beats?
Shoot it to Thug Status Entertainment. Well, Thug THUGSTATISENT or you can send it to oteamomission@gmail.com. Or if you on Facebook, you can holler at me on Facebook, autogram at OG Tech the Don, and holler at me, because I am looking for tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find something kind of different that's kind of outside of the beats that I usually pick. So if you're a producer out there, holler at me, man. For real, for real.
Yo, that's dope right there, yo. And again, I appreciate you for coming through. You got any shout outs you want to say? Any last words for the people watching? We support. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I want to shout out just everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go through like the whole names, because I know I'm gonna forget somebody, and then somebody gonna be all in my hey, why you forget me now? But yeah, I just want to shout out to everybody, man. And just my last words I always try to leave out with, man, it's just shout out to everybody, have faith, and don't give up. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't easy.
Yo, that's a fact right there, yo. And yo, we definitely appreciate you coming through. Hopefully we'll have you back on the show again in the future.
Oh yeah.
Yo, so definitely.
Hold up.
All right.
Hey, hold up. Let me pull this up real quick.
All
right. Sion will be on the independent music movement on the 19th. And it's gonna be different, because it won't be this.
Right.
It's gonna be right here with me.
Right. That's a fact right there.
You know what I'm saying? So this is my first show that I've done like this. So y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. It's gonna be beautiful, man. Me and the homie, man. Real talk.
That's a fact right there. And it's definitely going all the way down. So be sure to tune in. It's
Yes,
going
sir.
all the way down, yo. And we appreciate you again. Salute to everybody watching. This is the Proof in the Pudding Show. I'm your host, Sion 919, and that's OG TEC. And we're signing off. Thank you for watching.
All right, y'all, be easy.